It started with a single call, a frantic voice, a desperate plea for help.
RCN People Insured, are you calling from 306-314-2760?
Yes.
Are you and James Smith?
Yes.
Where do you need the police?
My husband has my vehicle that's registered under me, and he came into the house today and he took my vehicle keys, and I couldn't track him down all day, so now he's driving around, and I got a couple phone calls from family members that he's harassing them, like going around their houses.
Oh, okay. So where was he seen last?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is he in?
He's in a 2017, I don't know how to pronounce, Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi.
Okay, and a car then?
Oh, it's a gray SUV.
SUV, okay. And do you know the plate on it?
Oh, just let me pull it up here.
What is your husband's name, ma'am?
Yes.
How old is he, or his birthday?
The license plate is 295 MNG.
Is that Mike Golf?
M as in Mike, and then N as in night, and G as in golf.
Golf, and so that was like N as in November, for example?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And he's been driving.
Like I'm in fear because like I have several domestic charges against him, and he hasn't been picked up yet.
Oh, okay. Do you know if he's been drinking tonight?
I haven't seen him all day. He hasn't.
And you didn't give him permission to have the vehicle?
No.
So you said that you have domestic charges against him?
Yes, I have like several. I don't know, like I made a bunch of statements, but I don't know what all kind of charges, but I did a video statement, but he hasn't been caught yet since any of those.
Okay.
No.
What is your name, ma'am?
Sky Sanderson.
Sky?
Yes.
S-K-Y?
S-K-Y-E.
E? And what house number do you live at, Sky?
I live at 42 North Road.
42 North Road?
Yes.
And what's your birthday, please?
May 19th, 91.
Okay, I'll let the officers know what's going on there. Okay, Sky?
Okay, can you tell the officers to try to keep some plates anonymous?
I can't guarantee that because you're on a police record line, but I'll let them know that you don't want your name mentioned, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
By the time Constable Tanner Maynard arrived, the sun had barely risen over James Smith Cree Nation. The house on Abel McLeod Street looked quiet, except for the dark stains on the door. Inside, the air was thick with the sharp, metallic scent of blood. Then, he saw her. Carol Burns lay motionless on the floor, a woman kneeling over her, hands slick with blood, performing CPR. Maynard could already tell. She was gone. He radioed for backup. This was only the beginning. The first 911 call came in at 5:40 a.m. By 6:18, 2 RCMP officers were on scene. They thought they were responding to a single attack, but within minutes, it was clear. This wasn't an isolated incident. Reports flooded in from homes across the reserve, victims bleeding, begging for help. Some had already died where they fell. The suspect? Miles Sanderson, a man with a long history of violence, someone who should have never been free. At first, police believed he wasn't alone. His brother, Damian Sanderson, was also named as a suspect. But within hours, Damian's body would be found in the brush near one of the first crime scenes, stab wounds covering his body, killed by his own brother. Miles moved fast. He entered homes without warning, stabbing victims in their sleep, on their doorsteps, in their living rooms. Some were family members, others were completely random. In one house, Gregory Burns was killed, along with his mother, Bonnie, and 2 young relatives. Another woman had rushed over to help. She didn't make it out alive. Across 13 locations, Miles left behind 11 dead and 17 wounded. At 7:12 a.m., RCMP had issued an emergency alert, warning residents to stay inside, lock their doors, and not approach strangers. But Miles was already gone. He had fled James Smith Cree Nation and entered the tiny village of Weldon. There, he killed 78-year-old Wesley Patterson in his own home. Then, he vanished. For 3 days, Miles evaded one of the largest manhunts in Canadian history. Police blocked highways, searched ditches, and followed every tip. But he kept moving, switching stolen vehicles, hiding in back roads, staying one step ahead. Until September 7th. At 2:07 p.m., a break-in was reported in Waukau, a stolen white Chevrolet Avalanche. About an hour later, an unmarked police unit spotted the truck speeding toward Rosthern. Officers moved fast, deploying a pit maneuver, forcing Miles off the road and into a ditch. Guns drawn, they surrounded the vehicle, expecting a final fight. Instead, Miles surrendered without a struggle. But minutes after being cuffed, his body tensed, eyes rolling back, blood foamed at his mouth. Officers administered 2 doses of naloxone, but it was too late. Miles Sanderson died in custody, later confirmed as an acute cocaine overdose. In the days that followed, authorities pieced together the brutal details. Miles had been on statutory release despite 59 prior convictions, including violent assaults. He had been unlawfully at large since May 2022. For the families of the victims, there is one final question. How did no one stop him sooner? A terrified voice begs for help, a frantic grandmother desperate to save her granddaughter. Then, silence, an eerie, suffocating quiet, as echoes of panic linger in the air.
Grandma, you called the police?
What am I calling the police for?
Because I don't want to go with Mommy.
Why you don't want to go with Mommy?
Oh my God.
You're telling me to call the police?
Because I don't want to go with Mommy.
So you're saying call the police?
Yeah.
What is wrong at Mommy's house that you don't want to go to Mommy's house? Tell me, it's okay. Come, Grandma gotta do your hair. Why are you crying? You don't want to see Mommy?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to see Mommy.
You what? You want to see Mommy?
No.
Why you don't want to see Mommy?
I want to see Mommy.
Don't cry. You gotta go see Mommy. You don't love Mommy?
No.
Why are you crying like that? We're just going to visit, okay? Don't cry. Why are you crying, Pumpkin? You have to see Mommy. Okay? Don't cry. Why? What happened? I'm sorry. You don't want to go? Why?
It's just after sunrise on August 10th, 2021, at the Mitchell House complex in the Bronx, New York. Emergency lights cut through the misty morning, shattering the peaceful illusion of the neighborhood. Residents watch anxiously, hearts pounding, as paramedics rush into an apartment. But the silence that follows tells them it's already too late. Inside the home, first responders find 7-year-old Julicia Batties unresponsive. The place, meant to be her refuge, had instead become a place of unthinkable suffering. In the days leading up to this moment, neighbors had noticed something wasn't right. Julicia had been seen wearing oversized sunglasses, not as a playful accessory, but as a shield to hide what lay beneath. Whispers spread among the community, concerned, yet unsure of what to do. Julicia's life had never been easy. From birth, she was placed in the care of her grandmother, Yolanda Davis, who fought tirelessly to protect her.
The date was April 13, 2018. And what my granddaughter said was, Mom hit me with a hammer.
But in 2020, despite glaring red flags, child welfare officials returned Julicia to her mother, Nevasia Jones. From that moment, everything changed. Weekend visits turned into heartbreaking phone calls, pleas for help that no one answered. Then came the morning of August 10th, which should have been just another summer day. But instead, it became the final chapter in the little girl's story. Investigators soon uncovered a devastating truth. Julicia had endured repeated harm in her own home. As her condition worsened, her mother waited nearly 3 hours before calling for help. By the time paramedics arrived, it was too late. Medical professionals determined her injuries were severe, sparking outrage and renewed scrutiny of a system that was meant to protect her. How did this happen? And how many warning signs were ignored? Nearly a year later, Jones and Fine were arrested and charged with murder and manslaughter. Fine faced additional charges for abuse, exposing even deeper layers of cruelty in this case. In the wake of this tragedy, Julicia's father, Julius, turned his grief into action, fighting not only for his daughter's justice, but also to protect his surviving son from a similar fate. It's just before dawn on September 2nd, 2011, in Queens, New York. A quiet suburban neighborhood sleeps peacefully, unaware of the nightmare unfolding behind closed doors.
This is the police with the emergency with Borough. What's the address in Queens? I don't understand what you're saying, man. What is it? What's your address? 121-47. What are your questions, ma'am? It says, Thomas Deliver. Are you near 121st Avenue? Hello? Are you near 121st Avenue, ma'am? EMS 8604. Good morning, 8604-1770. We're in Queens. I have a caller on the line. She said someone is shot. Hello, caller. I don't think she's going to be able to answer you. I heard the shots myself. I don't know. Okay, EMS is responding. All right, ma'am. Thank you. I just been shot. Oh, my God. What borough? Huh? Where are you? In Queens? What's the address? Good to see. What is my mother and father? Okay. Hello. Hello. 2147. 120. Hello. Come on. What's the address? Gleason Street. Wait, what street? Gleason. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Don't hang up. Hold on. 121. Street. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Okay, who was shot? My mother and my father. My mother and father is dead. Okay, hold on. Don't hang up, okay? Hello. Oh, God. Okay, hello, ma'am. Sure. Who, I'm sorry, sir. Who shot you? Where's the person? I don't know. I just let the dog out. You don't have no description? No, I just let the dog out to use the bathroom. Oh, God. Where were you shot at? In my shoulder. Okay, you don't see the police there? I'm sorry? You don't see the police there? The police is not there? The police? Hold on. Are you inside or outside? I'm inside. And you said the parents were also shot? Yes. Oh, my God. Where are they? This is their room. Oh, God. Hold on 1 second. Don't hang up, okay? You're going to have assistance with phone call is already in the system, all right? Is this a private house or apartment building? It's a private house. It's a private house? I'm a shoulder. All right. What's your phone number? Yes, I do. It's going to be 0450-0450. 450? Yes. My shoulder. She said he left the door open. They got shot. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Oh my God. Sir, is that the police you're talking to? He's upstairs in my father's pocket. Shane? Right, I believe that's Peggy, sir. Yes, that's okay. Will you cry, okay? The person left already? Yeah. Are you sure? Try not to move, okay?
Inside an unassuming home on Grayson Street, a middle-aged woman is fighting to stay alive long enough to reach emergency responders. Her husband lies dead beside her, executed just moments earlier. But while police are racing to the scene, the silence gives away that it's likely too late. Responders don't know that the killer is still there, still armed, and still dangerous. Inside the home, officers find a scene of devastation. Sue Grim Jaggernoff lies motionless on his bed, a single bullet wound to the forehead. Rosie Jaggernoff, his wife, has multiple injuries, evidence of a ruthless, calculated assault. As officers process the scene, their youngest son, Shane Jaggernoff, cries out in apparent agony, holding his shoulder, claiming he too was shot by an intruder who fled with his SUV. Yet, something about Shane's story doesn't sit right with investigators. Despite his tearful recounting, inconsistencies soon emerge. Police learn that Shane's parents had recently cut him off financially after discovering he'd forged checks totaling thousands of dollars to impress his girlfriend. As detectives piece together the timeline, they confront a disturbing possibility. Could the couple's own son have been the one who pulled the trigger? Months later, under intense questioning and feeling trapped by mounting evidence, Shane confesses. But even then, he claims he's not the shooter. He insists he arranged a staged robbery, a simple plot to scare his parents and take money, never to harm them. Yet, investigators see through his claims, noting Shane had deliberately shot himself in the shoulder as part of a desperate cover-up. In court, jurors and family members relive the horror, forced to hear the heartbreaking 911 call. Shane sobs openly, his head buried in his hand, appearing genuinely distraught. Yet the prosecution methodically dismantles his defense, exposing a motive rooted in greed and resentment. After deliberating for less than 4 hours, jurors find Shane guilty of murdering his parents in cold blood. His own uncle expresses relief outside the courthouse, calling the verdict justice, despite the deep pain it brings to the family. Shane Jaggernoff, at just 25, is sentenced to life in prison without parole, leaving behind a legacy of betrayal that devastated the family, tore apart a community, and left an enduring scar on the quiet Queens neighborhood. As the courtroom empties, one thought lingers painfully clear. The Jaggernoffs had built their American dream together, but their lives were ultimately taken by the very person they trusted most, their own son.
For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.